Welcome back to another video with idnTV. Now, if you are new to the channel, it's your first time seeing my channel, or if you're a recurring person and you've been watching my videos, do the right thing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way when I post it comes straight to your phone. Now let's get right into the news. Oh yeah, make sure you use the timestamps. It will be in the description or it will be in the pinned comment. That way you can get to exactly what you're looking for in this particular video. Now let's get into the news. Now I know you guys heard about it. FBG Durk, people that were responsible for his passing, have been arrested and now they are in federal custody. This is not the state of Illinois, it is federal custody, which means it's very serious. Now federal custody means this thing: they have a 95% conviction rate. Now that's basically saying that either you cop out and plead guilty and get a lesser charge, or you take it to trial, and you taking it to trial is a slim to none chance that you actually beat the feds. Now just thinking out of, the only person that I know that beat the federal systems was Irv Gotti. That was a few years ago. That was for his record label. And then on top of that is a numerous of people that actually did not beat the feds. We got John Gotti. We got just pretty much people in the mafia, period. You got BMF, Big Meech. He was sentenced to 30 to 40 years. And these are people with millions, almost billions of dollars. So I say that to say this, that these people, these four individuals, including Muwop, who was affiliated with Lil Durk and King Von, they're facing an uphill battle. Now, another person that feels the same way that I feel is FBG Durk's mom. Now, she went to an Instagram live and she was just expressing her feelings. Now, she was very emotional during this whole ordeal. Actually, she's been very emotional since he passed away in the news. She was on Instagram live and she wasn't taking it well, but it looks like she got what she was requesting and they found the four people allegedly responsible. Now, on her Instagram live, she was wondering who's going to actually step up for these four people. Now, she was speaking in code if you really understand what the situation is. Now, pretty much she's saying, what I'm thinking she's saying is Little Durk is going to have to show his loyalty to these four people that were locked up. And what she's saying is it's not cheap to have federal representation. She's saying, pretty much in a nutshell, she wants to see how loyal Lil Durk is to his troops in his pawns. Roll it.
They need five federal prosecutors. They need five federal defense attorneys. That's goddamn what? For $2 million worth of attorney fees. We finna see how much love them for real.
Now, at the end of the day, I feel her. I feel like she's getting peace. I feel like she's gonna get closure, which is a great thing. But like I said, this federal game is tricky. Now, what I've learned about federal cases is if you take this to trial and you keep saying you plead not guilty, you get found guilty, you have to serve the max time in federal prison, which is around 85%. So let's say for instance, out of these four guys, one hypothetically, he gets found guilty and he pleaded not guilty. He takes it to trial and they offer him 45 and he gets 45 years. He can't appeal that. Now, on that same case, if this same person was offered 17 years, he has to plead out, he gets to do 17 years, but later on after a year he can appeal this actual case. He can find loopholes and whatever the case, and he can appeal that. But once he pleads not guilty and he takes it to trial and they hypothetically find him guilty, he has to sit for a long time. So I know you guys were wondering about the federal case and 95% conviction rate, but that's how it works, man. They give you a deal and that counts as a conviction, but in the long run you can appeal it. So I don't know. I feel like having a federal attorney is very expensive. Just looking at the Big Meech case, it'll all tie in what I'm saying. Follow me. Now, we had two people from the BMF. We had Big Meech and his brother T. Now, Big Meech spent millions and millions of dollars on his actual attorney and his lawyers. He's still sitting in prison and he has to do 30 years. Now, his brother actually hired public defender and he got out for maybe 8 to 10 years. So you do the math. So hopefully Durk is smart and he's separating himself from these people and he doesn't have to pay those lawyer fees just strategically. Now the streets might look at it like he doesn't have his bros back, but at the end of the day, federal lawyers and federal attorneys are definitely a waste of money. Now I can tell you why I feel like Lil Durk is separating himself from the entourage, because just yesterday he unfollowed Muwop on Instagram. Now, like I said, these guys were close. It was Lil Durk, King Von, Muwop. Now, they were so close that they were actually together the night before the federal authorities came and got Muwop. It looks like he performed in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Now, it shows actual pictures and video of Muwop following Lil Durk as he goes to do his performance. And the last picture that Muwop actually posted on his Instagram is backstage at Lil Durk's concert. So for Lil Durk to unfollow him is either A, he's making a statement to the feds, which doesn't mean anything because they have them around each other, and I'm sure they have more information that we know, or B, just not rocking with dude. We'll find out exactly why he's not rocking with dude. Everybody on social media was running with this narrative saying that YouTube documentaries and YouTube bloggers actually got these folks jammed up. Now I want to reiterate and correct what people are saying. Now that's completely false. Now they're saying during the news actual publication from the federal authorities, they're saying that social media solved this case or helped solve this case. And I want to say this, he's saying that people actually shot music videos and they're implicating what happened during particular incidents where people were incriminating themselves. So they were making music about it, they were on social media about it, they was on Instagram Live about it, but the documentaries or the bloggers are not responsible. Like I've been telling you guys, they can't just think of this information out of thin air and just make it up, and the feds are like, oh yeah, that makes sense because they pieced it together. How are they piecing it together unless people are telling on themselves? So at the end of the day, stay off social media. If you're in the streets, do not have a social media account. Roll it.
What's happening on social media and what's happening in music videos that are on YouTube, particularly in the drill rap genre, it shows you what's happening in this city, which is that people are threatening to commit acts of violence and then either bragging about acts of violence or talking about how they're going to retaliate for other acts of violence. And it's happening on a regular basis. And so, again, that is why it is significant that, as law enforcement, we're able to investigate and then ultimately hold people accountable for their acts they're committing. But for instance, you can go on the internet right now, you can see people in music videos all over the place talking about who they've shot or who they're going to shoot.
I want to know, how do you guys feel about this particular case? Like I said, FBG Durk's mom is pretty much giving us an update from beginning when it happened to what's going on now. So I'm sure she's going to give us key information once it happens Friday and what's going on with this particular case. But it's not looking good for these four guys. Publicity, they're doing publicity with these four guys. You got to think, everything is going viral with this FBG Durk thing. Even when he passed away that day in downtown Chicago and went viral, now it looks like the spark is flaming back up. And this is the thing, it seems like the feds are starting to target these Chicago gangs, quote unquote, OBlock and all of these other gangs, which is good. Me personally, I want to tell you why, because I feel like a lot of these gangs are putting innocent people in jeopardy. Like I was just reading something about an affiliate of OTF. He actually let off in the mall and hit a 6-year-old and things like that. That's not cool. So I feel like the federal authorities with that 95% conviction rate is going to make a lot of these streets or people that think they're about that life second guess when it comes to this gang life. So yeah, that's what I got, man. I want to give you guys an update on what's particularly going on with this case. Is very interesting. It's going to be very detailed from my end. So make sure you subscribe with the bell notifications on and hit the like button, man. That way I know you like this video. I know you guys are rocking with me. So I will catch you on the next video. Signing out, IDNTV.